What if our planet is already home to creations so extraordinary, so unreal, they seem impossible, in an age where we believe every limit has been reached? The shock begins in Chengdu, China, where the Tianfu Twin Towers rise into the sky like twin pillars of a future taking shape. Designed in perfect symmetry and linked as a single entity, they are more than buildings. They are a statement of modern ambition in the era of megacities. That sense of awe travels south to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where the Petronas Twin Towers once redefined the meaning of height itself. Wrapped in steel and glass, reflecting the tropical light, the towers stand as a declaration that gravity and tradition are no longer barriers to human imagination. Then, speed becomes the defining force in Japan, where the Shinkansen bullet train slices through the landscape like a blade of precision. More than transportation, Shinkansen is proof that engineering, safety, and control can coexist at velocities once thought impossible. Three marvels, three different dimensions: height, structure, and speed, united by a single drive to push the boundaries of what humanity can build. In the moments ahead, you'll step deeper into a world where architecture and technology are no longer responding to the present, but actively shaping the future. The blueprint of the impossible is expanding, and the next boundary may be closer than anyone expects. Chuga Bridge in southwest China is not just a bridge, it is one of the highest bridges ever built on Earth. Spanning the Beipan River between Guizhou and Yunnan, the bridge soars approximately 565 meters, 1,854 feet, above the river valley, higher than many skyscrapers are tall. With a total length of about 1,340 meters, 4,400 feet, and a main span of 720 meters, 2,360 feet, Doge Bridge slices across a canyon so deep and steep that traditional construction was nearly impossible. Engineers worked at extreme elevations where strong winds, thin air, and vertical cliffs turned every task into a calculated risk. Before the bridge opened, crossing this gorge could take more than 4 hours by mountain roads. Today, the journey takes less than 10 minutes, transforming regional travel, trade, and emergency access. Standing beside the Grand Mosque in Mecca, the Abraj al-Bayt clock tower is one of the tallest and most iconic structures on Earth. Reaching approximately 601 meters, 1,972 feet, it dominates the skyline and ranks among the tallest buildings ever constructed. Its clock faces are the largest in the world, each measuring around 43 meters, 141 feet, in diameter, and visible from distances of up to 25 kilometers, 15 miles. The complex contains over 1.5 million square meters, 16 million square feet, of interior space, designed to serve and accommodate massive flows of pilgrims. Crowning the tower is a crescent finial weighing more than 35 metric tons, 77,000 pounds. Rising in the heart of Chengdu's Tianfu New Area, the Tianfu Twin Towers form one of Western China's most striking modern landmarks. Each tower reaches approximately 248 meters, 814 feet, in height, standing as a symmetrical gateway to the city's future-focused business district. Designed with a sleek, tapering profile, the towers appear to lean subtly toward one another, creating a powerful visual tension across the skyline. Together, they contain more than 500,000 square meters, 5.4 million square feet, of office, commercial, and public space, engineered to support high-density urban growth. Advanced structural systems allow the towers to withstand seismic activity common to the region, while high-performance glass facades reduce heat gain and energy consumption. In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, the Fremont Street experience transforms an entire city block into one of the world's most immersive urban spectacles. Stretching approximately 460 meters, 1,500 feet, in length, the pedestrian canopy spans a vast open-air corridor beneath a massive LED ceiling known as Viva Vision. The canopy rises about 27 meters, 90 feet, above the street, and contains more than 12 million LED lights, creating one of the largest video screens ever built. Capable of producing over 550,000 watts of sound, the system synchronizes light, music, and motion into a single sensory event visible from hundreds of meters away. Beneath it, crowds of tens of thousands gather nightly, while overhead, zipline riders travel at speeds of up to 56 kilometers per hour, 35 miles per hour. Rising along the tropical coastline of Hainan Island, the Grand Tree Hotel in Sanya reimagines what a high-rise hotel can be. Instead of a traditional tower, the structure branches outward like a colossal vertical forest, inspired by the form of a giant tree rooted beside the South China Sea. The hotel stands approximately 108 meters, 354 feet, tall and contains more than 300 guest rooms, each designed with wide balconies that extend outward like leaves, maximizing ocean views and natural airflow. Its terraced form reduces direct solar heat, lowering energy demand in a region where temperatures regularly exceed 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Steel and reinforced concrete form the structural trunk, while cantilevered platforms project several meters outward, creating dramatic overhangs that challenge conventional load distribution. Dominating the skyline of Kuala Lumpur, the Petronas Twin Towers stand as one of the most recognizable skyscrapers on Earth. Each tower rises to a height of 452 meters, 1,483 feet, and together they once held the title of the world's tallest buildings. The towers are connected by a double-deck sky bridge located 170 meters, 558 feet above ground, allowing controlled movement while absorbing wind and seismic motion. Built primarily from high-strength, reinforced concrete rather than steel, the structures were engineered to handle tropical winds and soft ground conditions unique to the region. Each tower contains 88 floors and more than 395,000 square meters, 4.25 million square feet, of total floor space, housing offices, cultural venues, and public observation areas. Suspended above the streets of central China, the Wuhan Sky Rail are 9 meters, 30 feet above ground. The single-rail system glides over rivers, traffic, and rooftops, creating a dedicated layer of movement in the air. The trains operate fully autonomously, guided by sensors, automation, and artificial intelligence that maintain balance and spacing with precision. Each carriage features expansive glass panels, including transparent floor sections that allow passengers to look directly down at the city passing beneath them. Lightweight construction reduces structural load and cuts energy consumption by nearly 50% compared to traditional subway systems, while noise levels remain low enough to blend into daily urban life. On test sections, stretching roughly 10 kilometers, 6 miles, trains reach speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour, 50 miles per hour, proving that elevated transit can rival underground networks in speed, efficiency, and scalability. Rising from the edge of the Sahara, near Ouarzazate, the Noor Solar Complex is one of the largest concentrated solar power facilities on Earth. Spanning more than 3,000 hectares, 7,400 acres, the complex uses vast fields of mirrors to capture sunlight across the desert. At full operation, Noor delivers a combined capacity of around 580 megawatts, generating enough electricity to power over 1 million people while preventing hundreds of thousands of tons of carbon emissions each year. Unlike conventional solar farms, the system stores thermal energy in molten salt, allowing electricity production to continue for up to 7 to 8 hours after sunset. The tallest solar tower rises roughly 250 meters, 820 feet, surrounded by thousands of precisely aligned heliostats that track the sun with extreme accuracy. Built to serve one of China's fastest-growing megacities, Chongqing East Railway Station is designed as a new-generation transportation hub of extraordinary scale. The station covers more than 1 million square meters, 10.8 million square feet of total floor area, making it one of the largest railway stations ever constructed. Engineered to handle peak flows of over 20,000 passengers per hour, the complex integrates high-speed rail, conventional rail, metro lines, buses, and urban transit into a single, multi-level structure. Its design stacks platforms vertically, allowing trains to arrive and depart on different levels, maximizing capacity in Chongqing's steep, mountainous terrain. A sweeping roof spans hundreds of meters, channeling natural light deep into the interior while reducing energy demand. Advanced digital systems manage ticketing, crowd flow, and train scheduling in real time. Standing at the heart of Riyadh, the Kingdom Center is one of the most distinctive skyscrapers in the Middle East. The tower rises to approximately 302 meters, 992 feet, instantly recognizable by the massive inverted arch carved through its upper section. The structure contains 99 floors, combining offices, luxury residences, a hotel, and a high-end shopping mall within a single vertical complex. At nearly 300 meters, 984 feet above ground, a steel and glass sky bridge spans the opening, offering panoramic views across the desert city. Built with a reinforced concrete core and steel framework, the tower was engineered to withstand extreme heat, powerful winds, and harsh desert conditions where temperatures often exceed 45 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Hidden within Western China's technology corridor, the Chengdu Supercomputing Center is a silent megastructure built not of concrete and steel, but of data and electricity. The facility houses one of China's most powerful supercomputing systems, capable of performing hundreds of quadrillions of calculations per second, measured in petaflops, placing it among the world's elite computing hubs. The complex spans tens of thousands of square meters, hundreds of thousands of square feet, filled with dense racks of processors consuming tens of megawatts of power, enough to supply a small city. Used for climate modeling, artificial intelligence, aerospace simulation, and national-scale research, the center compresses years of human calculation into moments. Introduced in 1964, the Shinkansen bullet train transformed high-speed rail and redefined how nations move. Operating at regular service speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour, 200 miles per hour, the network allows passengers to cross entire regions in hours instead of days. Dedicated tracks eliminate level crossings, while advanced seismic sensors can detect earthquakes and automatically stop trains in seconds. Over decades of operation, the Shinkansen has carried more than 10 billion passengers with an extraordinary safety record and 0 passenger fatalities caused by train accidents. Modern Shinkansen trains maintain average delays measured in seconds, not minutes, across routes spanning thousands of kilometers, thousands of miles. Aerodynamic nose designs reduce noise and energy use, even at extreme speed. Rising along the banks of Suzhou Creek, 1,000 trees is one of Shanghai's most unconventional megastructures. Instead of glass and steel towers, the complex is built as a stepped concrete landscape, supporting more than 1,000 trees and shrubs across its cascading terraces. The project covers approximately 300,000 square meters, 3.2 million square feet, and blends offices, retail spaces, and public walkways into a single artificial hillside. Each structural column doubles as a massive planter, turning load-bearing concrete into living infrastructure. The greenery helps reduce urban heat, absorb carbon, and soften noise in one of the densest cities on Earth. From a distance, the building appears less like architecture and more like a man-made mountain reclaimed by vegetation. Along Chile's Pacific coast, San Alfonso del Mar is home to the largest swimming pool ever built. Stretching approximately 1 kilometer, 3,300 feet in length, and covering more than 8 hectares, 20 acres, the lagoon holds an astonishing 250 million liters, 66 million gallons of seawater. The pool reaches depths of up to 35 meters, 115 feet, deep enough for sailing, kayaking, and scuba diving, while remaining crystal clear through a patented filtration system that continuously draws and purifies water directly from the ocean. Construction required years of engineering to stabilize water pressure, temperature, and wave control, turning the volatile Pacific shoreline into a controlled aquatic environment. Rising along the Pearl River, the Guangzhou Circle Building is one of the most visually distinctive megastructures in China. Standing approximately 138 meters, 453 feet tall, the building forms a perfect circular ring, creating a massive open void at its center, a shape rarely attempted at this scale. The structure contains 33 floors and over 85,000 square meters, 915,000 square feet of office space, engineered to maintain structural stability despite the enormous hollow core. Its circular design is inspired by ancient Chinese jade discs, symbolizing harmony, prosperity, and continuity. The facade is designed to reflect light and water, visually merging the building with the river beside it. Rising from the former riverbed of the Turia in Valencia, the City of Arts and Sciences is one of Europe's most ambitious cultural megaprojects. Designed by Santiago Calatrava, the complex stretches over 2 kilometers, 1.2 miles, and covers more than 350,000 square meters, 3.8 million square feet. Its futuristic structures house an opera house, science museum, planetarium, and one of the largest aquariums in Europe, containing over 42 million liters, 11 million gallons of water and thousands of marine species. The sweeping white concrete shells and glass forms were engineered to span vast, open spaces without traditional supports, creating architecture that feels both skeletal and organic. Built at a cost exceeding €1 billion, over $1 billion US, the project transformed an abandoned urban scar into a global landmark. Carved into steep limestone cliffs, Tianlong Mountain Road is one of China's most extreme mountain routes. The road snakes along sheer rock faces with dozens of tight switchbacks, climbing elevations of over 1,000 meters, 3,300 feet above the valley floor. In several sections, the roadway is barely 4 to 5 meters, 13 to 16 feet wide, leaving little margin for error as vehicles travel beside near vertical drops. Engineers blasted tunnels directly through solid rock and anchored the road to cliff walls using reinforced concrete and steel supports. Construction in this region required years of work under constant threats of landslides, heavy rain, and erosion. Before the road existed, nearby villages were accessible only by hours of dangerous footpaths. The Louvre Abu Dhabi is a cultural megaproject where architecture and light become the exhibit. The museum is crowned by a vast steel dome, measuring approximately 180 meters, 590 feet, in diameter and weighing around 7,500 metric tons, 16.5 million pounds. Composed of 8 interwoven layers, the dome filters sunlight into thousands of beams, known as the rain of light, creating a constantly shifting pattern across the galleries below. Beneath it, The museum spans more than 24,000 square meters, 258,000 square feet of gallery space, arranged as a floating village over the sea. Designed to withstand extreme heat, humidity, and coastal conditions, the structure blends advanced engineering with traditional Arabic forms. Built on the Yellow River in central China, the Xiaolangdi Dam is one of the most critical hydraulic megaprojects ever constructed to control one of the world's most unpredictable rivers. The dam stands approximately 154 meters, 505 feet, tall and stretches 1,317 meters, 4,320 feet, across the valley. Its massive reservoir can store over 12.6 billion cubic meters, 10.2 million acre-feet of water, designed not only for flood control and power generation, but also for sediment management, a rare and complex function essential to taming the sediment-heavy Yellow River. During controlled releases, the dam unleashes powerful artificial floods that flush billions of tons of silt downstream, reshaping riverbeds in real time. The power station generates around 1,800 megawatts, supplying electricity to millions. Rising from the Nevada desert, Allegiant Stadium is one of the most technologically advanced sports venues ever built. The stadium stands approximately 60 meters, 200 feet tall and seats over 65,000 spectators, expandable to 72,000 for major events. Its most striking feature is a fully enclosed ETFE roof, covering more than 90,000 square meters, 970,000 square feet, designed to block extreme desert heat while allowing natural light inside. Beneath it sits a retractable natural grass field weighing nearly 19 million pounds, 8,600 metric tons, engineered to roll outside the stadium on rails for sunlight and maintenance. Construction cost exceeded $2 billion, making it one of the most expensive stadiums in the world. Carved into the walls of an abandoned quarry near Shanghai, the Intercontinental Shanghai Wonderland is one of the world's most extreme hotels. Instead of rising into the skyline, the structure descends 88 meters, 288 feet, below ground level, with 16 of its 18 floors built beneath the Earth's surface. The hotel contains over 330 guest rooms, including underwater suites that look directly into a 10-meter-deep, 33-foot aquarium. Filled with aquatic life, 2 levels extend completely below the waterline, while a dramatic glass facade clings to sheer rock walls formed millions of years ago. Engineering the hotel required stabilizing fractured stone, managing groundwater pressure, and preventing landslides in a vertical pit once considered unusable. Rising along Sheikh Zayed Road, the Museum of the Future is one of the most instantly recognizable structures ever built. Standing approximately 77 meters, 253 feet, tall, the building forms a massive torus with a hollow center, symbolizing humanity's unknown future. The exterior is clad in 1,024 stainless steel panels, each uniquely shaped and laser-cut, with flowing Arabic calligraphy that doubles as windows. These inscriptions glow at night, transforming text into light and structure. The museum spans roughly 30,000 square meters, 323,000 square feet, and was constructed using advanced parametric design, robotic fabrication, and BIM technology to achieve a form with no traditional columns. Rising from the frozen plains of Central Asia, Khan Shatir is the world's largest tensile membrane structure. Standing 150 meters, 492 feet, tall, this giant transparent tent covers an area of more than 140,000 square meters, 1.5 million square feet, enclosing an entire indoor city beneath a single roof. Designed by Norman Foster, the structure uses a high-strength ET-FE membrane stretched over a cable network anchored to a central mast. Despite winter temperatures dropping to -40 degrees Celsius, -40 degrees Fahrenheit, outside, the interior maintains a constant climate suitable for parks, shopping centers, and even an indoor beach with imported sand. The Grand Lisboa Hotel is one of the most visually extreme casino towers ever built. The structure stands approximately 261 meters, 856 feet, tall, instantly recognizable by its lotus-inspired base and spiked flame-like crown. The tower houses over 430 luxury hotel rooms, along with one of the largest casino floors in Asia, spanning more than 50,000 square meters, 538,000 square feet. Its exterior is clad in reflective gold-toned glass and LED lighting, allowing the building to glow dramatically at night. Designed not to blend in, but to dominate, Grand Lisboa reflects Macau's transformation into the world's gambling capital, generating billions in annual revenue. Tokyo Skytree is the tallest structure in Japan and one of the tallest in the world, reaching 634 meters, 2,080 feet. The height was deliberately chosen because the numbers 634 can be read as Musashi, the historical name of the Tokyo region. Built to withstand powerful earthquakes and typhoons, The tower uses a central reinforced concrete core inspired by ancient Japanese pagodas, allowing it to absorb seismic energy and sway safely during tremors. The structure supports broadcasting for millions of residents and features observation decks at 350 meters, 1,148 feet, and 450 meters, 1,476 feet, offering visibility of up to 100 kilometers, 62 miles on clear days. Stretching across some of the harshest terrain on Earth, the Trans-Alaska Pipeline System carries crude oil from Prudhoe Bay on the Arctic Ocean to the ice-free port of Valdez. The pipeline runs 1,287 kilometers, 800 miles, across mountains, rivers, and permafrost, crossing more than 800 waterways along its route. To survive extreme cold and seismic activity, over half of the pipeline is elevated on vertical supports, allowing heat from the oil to dissipate without melting frozen ground. It was engineered to withstand earthquakes up to magnitude 9.2, including the massive Alaska Quake Risk Zone. At peak capacity, the system can transport over 2 million barrels of oil per day, reshaping U.S. energy security and Arctic engineering forever. Rising within Macau's Cotai Strip, the Morpheus Hotel is one of the world's first high-rise buildings designed with a free-form exoskeleton, eliminating the need for internal load-bearing columns. The tower stands about 160 meters, 525 feet, tall. Its fluid geometry punctured by 3 massive voids that cut through the structure from top to bottom. Designed by the late Zaha Hadid, the hotel contains roughly 770 guest rooms and suites, all suspended within a steel lattice that distributes weight externally. Advanced parametric modeling and robotic fabrication were required to shape over 12,000 tons of structural steel with millimeter precision. Phoenix Island is a man-made archipelago, often called China's Dubai. Built off the coast of Sanya, the project covers roughly 365 hectares, 900 acres, and is anchored by a skyline of sail-shaped towers reaching heights of over 200 meters, 656 feet. Constructed on reclaimed land, the island hosts luxury hotels, residential towers, marinas, and cruise ship terminals designed to receive some of the world's largest vessels. The complex includes artificial beaches, underground infrastructure, and seawalls engineered to resist typhoons and storm surges common in the region. At night, synchronized LED lighting transforms the entire island into a glowing structure visible for kilometers offshore. Starship is the most powerful rocket ever built, designed by SpaceX to carry humanity beyond Earth. Standing approximately 120 meters, 394 feet tall, when stacked with its super-heavy booster, the system produces over 74 meganewtons, 16.5 million pounds of thrust at liftoff, more than twice that of the Saturn V. Constructed primarily from stainless steel, Starship is built to be fully reusable, capable of carrying over 100 metric tons, 220,000 pounds, of payload into orbit. Its engines, known as Raptors, burn liquid methane and liquid oxygen, allowing future refueling on Mars using local resources. Designed for orbital flight, lunar landings, and interplanetary travel, Starship blurs the line between spacecraft and infrastructure. Lusail City is a purpose-built megacity designed entirely from the ground up. Spanning over 38 square kilometers, 14.7 square miles, the city is planned to accommodate more than 200,000 residents and 170,000 daily workers, with capacity for hundreds of thousands of visitors. The city integrates smart grids, district cooling, and autonomous transport, including a 22-kilometer, 13.7-mile light rail network. At its core stands Lusail Stadium, an 80,000-seat arena that hosted the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. Built on reclaimed coastal land, Lusail combines artificial islands, marinas, and high-rise districts into a single controlled urban system. Embedded within the Gupitan hydropower dam on China's Wu River, the Gupitan ship lift is a vertical navigation system built to conquer gravity itself. The lift overcomes a height difference of roughly 113 meters, 371 feet, allowing ships to bypass the dam in a single controlled ascent. Entire vessels are raised inside a water-filled chamber weighing more than 7,000 metric tons, 15.4 million pounds when loaded. Instead of passing through multiple locks, ships are lifted vertically in just 15 to 20 minutes, cutting transit time by hours. The system relies on precision rails, massive counterweights, and synchronized motors operating with millimeter accuracy under constant hydraulic pressure. The Al-Wasl Dome is one of the largest and most advanced projection domes ever constructed. The structure spans approximately 130 meters, 426 feet, in diameter and rises 67.5 meters, 222 feet, high, forming a massive steel lattice inspired by traditional Arabic architecture. Its surface acts as a 360-degree projection screen, covering over 25,000 square meters, 269,000 square feet, and powered by more than 250 laser projectors capable of seamless, high-resolution visuals visible both inside and outside the dome. The lattice shell weighs thousands of tons, yet appears almost transparent, allowing natural light by day and transforming into a glowing digital landmark at night. Liziba Station is one of the most surreal transit projects on Earth. Located in the dense mountain city of Chongqing, the station is built directly through a 19-story residential building, with trains passing through the structure instead of stopping outside it. The monorail line operates approximately 20 to 30 meters, 66 to 98 feet, above street level, while advanced vibration isolation and soundproofing keep interior noise within residential safety limits. Residents live just meters from passing trains, yet experience noise levels comparable to normal city traffic. The system was engineered to navigate extreme elevation changes, tight urban corridors, and limited ground space in a city of over 30 million people.